Hey guys, what's up? It's Cecily from Drive. Last night, like a lot of you, I found out about what happened in Vegas. A shooter from the Mandalay Bay shot into a crowd of people attending a concert, and I watched a lot of the footage unfold on Twitter, on Instagram. It was pretty horrific, very, very hard to watch. But I came across a video of a taxi cab driver. Her name is Cori. And Cori was actually waiting in line, the taxi line, when the shots rang out, and pretty much became a part of the scene, so to speak. So I did not ask Cori if I had permission to post this video, but I wanted to share that link with you. It's 11 minutes long, and viewer discretion is advised. However, I think she handled it in a really awesome way. There's some scary moments in the video. There's definitely some moments where she comes in contact with some of the victims that were there. You're going to see some people hurt in the street, people afraid, crying, and that sort of thing. So if you're very sensitive, I do not advise you to watch it, but it just kind of goes to show you how people working together. As you can hear other taxi cab drivers on the CB radio communicating with one another about how not to go to the Mandalay Bay, how to stay off the strip, and that they all figure out that there was a sniper that's actually doing this from the Mandalay Bay. So it's pretty interesting to see how all that unfolded, and just kind of the state of the passengers that they picked up, and then what Cori decided to do to remedy the situation. I think by now Cori has been interviewed, and her video has received a lot of distribution all over the place, but I've included her link from her page, so you can take a look at that if you want to at your leisure. But my mind also went to, like, well, I wonder, did Uber send out a note to any drivers? Did Lyft contact you guys? I don't know if Lyft is in Las Vegas, but I know Uber is there. Did they reach out to you guys and tell you guys to not go to Mandalay Bay? These are the types of things that need to be addressed. I know that after the hurricane subsided in Texas, there were Uber drivers that were helping victims go, to and fro, and the victims didn't have to pay, and the drivers were compensated. And it just makes you wonder, what's the disaster plan for Uber and Lyft? What should you do if you're in this situation? Should you flee? Should you try to help people? Can you help everyone? No. Should you try to help as many people as you can? From what I see in the videos yesterday, I see a lot of people being very humane in a very inhumane situation. I see a lot of people turning to each other, hovering over each other, covering over each other, grabbing people. There were people whose bodies were put into random pickups and vans and cars, child. Like, people were picking up folks off the street and routing them to the hospital. There were people doing CPR, bandaging, trying to stop blood. I mean, there was a bunch of good Samaritans that probably saved people's lives. In working with public service and working with people, this is something that you will have to consider. This is something that that you may or may not have to deal with. God forbid you have to deal with it, but it's something to at least think about. Think about your exit strategy. Think about what you can do. Think about where you can go. At the end of the day, this driver had the coolest head in the car, and she taped the whole thing, and I wondered too why she taped the whole thing, but I appreciate her taping it because it's her experience, and she shared her experience with us. And whether you find that to be voyeuristic or with bad intention or whatever, I really don't know what to say, but I do know that I learned something from watching the video, and perhaps you can too. Like I said, it's about 11 minutes long. I'm going to include that video in a link in my comments right now. You're going to be seeing a lot of me, and I'm going to tell you why. Don't get mad, okay? I'm doing Vlogtober, and Vlogtober is something that I did last year, which really did set my channel apart from a lot of the other YouTubers. I'm not bragging, because look, there are days I only get 100 views on videos too, so we all have our questionable days. But uploading consistently during Vlogtober actually helped me to establish a fresh audience and get a lot more content in front of a lot of people. Now, am I going to be able to do every day? No, because I have like 4 YouTube channels, and I'm trying to do as much as I can to grow those other channels. This one is pretty cooking, so I'm going to do what I can, okay? what I thought about doing is creating one major playlist that has all the videos I created for October across my channel. So maybe you'll be interested in that, and maybe if you like what I do here, you can follow me in other places, because like I said, I do have 4 other channels. So anyway, I want to convolute this conversation with self-promotion. However, I did want to bring this up. What are you doing in a disaster plan? What is Uber's role in a disaster plan? Does the Uber driver hat fall off and you just become yet another person running the crowd? These are questions you need to ask yourself, because let's be real. I've been down on Hollywood Boulevard after concerts and all those people and all those Ubers, and let's just say there's an earthquake or someone, you know, shoots up the spot. Like, what are you gonna do when you're one of a lot of vehicles on that street and a bunch of pedestrians? Are you gonna help people? Are you gonna leave? I think you should not answer that question. And of course, you really don't know what you'll do until you're faced with that sort of thing. But you definitely should prepare. Have a plan. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe. I talk about rideshare. I talk about owning your own business and making money, honey. I always change the last thing. Peace out.